Cool, cool, ka-choo. What's up, guys and gals? Okay. Yo, chick, she's so thirsty. This is RmZD bringing to thee random Captain's Mode Pubcast. That's the word. Words are hard. My pop thing.
10 seconds.
Alright. So, again, if you notice, if other random viewers notice, this is the same stack that I've been casting for a while now. Yo-Yo, Ghost. Who's the Yo-Yo? Has he changed his name? He might have changed his name. Ghost, Nicolas Cage, Velocity, Twisted, Lloyd, and Yo-Yo. I think two of these people might have changed their names, but either way, it's the same stack. Generally the same stack. Versus, some people. So, again, I don't actually know if they win or not. They might have sent me a losing replay this time. But, either way, let's get into the draft as it has commenced. First ban was on the Radiant team. They banned out the Elder Titan. I firmly agree with banning out Elder Titan. Even though he got nerfed, the hero is still ridiculous. Natural Order is the most overpowered shit ever. Not ever. Hold up. Give me a second. Just freaking me out for some reason. Really quickly while that's going on. Let me just do this. Oh, Timbersaw. So yeah, we're gonna have Elder Titan, Obsidian Destroyer, Outworld Devourer, Dirge, and Weaver banned out. Dirge ban makes no sense. But either way, we're gonna have a first pick on the Batrider. Still thinking he's overpowered. Radiant team's gonna pick him up. Very good ganker, very good jungler, good laner as well in 1v1 situations, especially. Pretty much 1v1 situations. Then Timbersaw and Venomancer are gonna be picked up by our Dire team. Timbersaw, incredible burst damage, all mostly pure damage. His mid-game potential is very good. He's a good 1v1 laner. He survives in tri-lanes and can get farm. Venomancer also, rising star, or returning star of the support world. His buff to his wards makes him very good at chasing, just doing annoying-ass shit. So we see a lot of teams, especially the Chinese teams, picking him up all the goddamn time. Then Lich picked up by our Radiant team. Lich, when 6.79 first came out, teams freaked the fuck out over Lich, like first pick ban every game, just because New Sacrifice guarantees you a 1 lane, like it did before, but now it like even more so because it gives you experience. It's ridiculous. And Lich Chainfrost got buffed so many times that it does incredible damage if your positioning is poor. But he's kind of fallen out of favor. He's not a very aggressive support. He doesn't rotate incredibly well in comparison to other supports. He just kind of sits in lane and wins you a lane. So, he's not bad, but he's not the prime support pickup. Like, no Crystal Maiden's been picked up yet, which is ridiculous because that hero is so good right now in this current meta. But either way, we're going to have a Troll Warlord banned out, a Makes the Lifestealer banned out, a Coddle being banned by the Radiant team. They seem to be kind of behind on the times. Coddle is not going to be picked up. It's just not, unless you really, really are turtling for some reason. Why would you want to Coddle when you could just pick aggressive supports and win lanes?
Invoker.
Radiant team pick.
An Invoker picked up after banning out a Gyrocopter. Trusting in Twisted Lloyd's Invoker. It's pretty good. I haven't looked at it closely, but it's not a liability. I wouldn't necessarily call it exceptional right now, but I wouldn't call any of my heroes exceptional necessarily. So they're not a pro team, so I always kind of base everything off of this like hyper efficient idea of how heroes are supposed to be played, because those are the heroes being played in their best form. So, you know. It's not going to be an ice Invoker. It's not going to be anything insanely impressive. But again, it is good. Twisted Lloyd's Invoker is solid. So we're going to see what the Radiant team is going to pick up to counter this Invoker. They might actually be midding Batrider against Invoker. Picking Invoker in this situation is kind of a liability, because Batrider is very good in lane against Invoker with his atrocious base move speed. Batrider can, at level 1 with a good block, completely dominate the lane. Completely. And if you really want to, you can sit a Lich mid-ish as well. And at level 2, Batrider can just kill Invoker. He can anyways on himself with a Lich. Oh my god. That could be the saddest Invoker of all time. He has a Venomancer who can help him in lane, but I don't know. It's not bad. But Batrider Lich, I think, will win that dual lane against an Invoker Venomancer. And if they end up dual laning mid, again, I don't think you'd want to dual lane with a Batrider, but it's not bad. He'll get a Blink N6 at about 9 minutes either way. Yeah, and then the Radiant team, so you can go off in jungle as well. I would probably do that, honestly, initially on the Invoker. And Lina going to be picked up. There's no setup for this Lina, so it doesn't make an incredible amount of sense. She does a lot of burst damage, but isn't the best roamer without setup. Against a Timbersaw, she's okay. Venomancer, if she gets slowed, she's pretty much just going to die because you can juke the stun really easily. So, they have a Lich who isn't really going to be roaming. They have a Lina who kind of needs setup to roam really effectively. It's because she's not the fastest hero at level 1 anyways, so again, she needs a setup to get off her stun effectively.
5 seconds.
So I don't really know what the raiding team's going to be doing. Again, they banned out a Troll. I guess they were afraid of Troll versus Batrider mid, but
Reserve time.
I think Batrider is fine in that matchup.
The Horn of Magnus.
And behold the Horn of Magnus!
Team pick.
Interesting. Timbersaw's going to be off lane. Invoker's safe lane? Oh shit, and a Void being picked up. Suddenly the Lich pick makes sense. The Lina still doesn't really make any sense. You'd think you'd want a, I guess she has good range, but you'd figure you want like a much stronger, like very early support hero like, where's the Visage? Why is he not picked yet? Where's Crystal Maiden? How the fuck is she not picked yet? These are very, very, very good heroes. It is remarkable they're both being ignored. Maybe it's the support Magnus. I know Liquid's done it a couple times. I don't like it, but it's a thing.
Reserve time.
But yeah, Void Batrider is okay. Lich Void is really good. The only issue though is that the Radiant Dire team right now can just fight all the time. And with Magnus's ult being at like half a cooldown of Chronosphere early on, they can pick fights much more often, and they need less farm. Invoker needs a lot of experience, but Timbersaw, Venomancer, and Magnus can fight all the time. The Radiant team has okay counter push in Lina, and that's kind of it. Lich has Frost Blast, so it's okay. The Dire team has Venomancer and Magnus and Timbersaw and Z at 6, so that's actually pretty good. Clockwork being banned out. Yeah, somehow Clockwork's been ignored by both teams. Clockwork being ridiculous. Gyrocopter, I like that ban. Nake's also banned. Those are good. Force them into a Void. Void's a much weaker laner. And with these heroes, you can exploit it. Magnus is a pretty decent laner. Venomancer's incredible. And Timbersaw is pretty freaking good.
Phantom Assassin.
And Phantom Assassin being picked up. So they're going to go a cleave stacking on PA. Interesting. So it is going to be a support mag. That's weird. I don't like that. I don't think you need the mag. I think you can just go into CM or something, or like Visage and just kill everybody. Either way, if they lane this per standard, which they kind of have to, or do they? They do. You don't want to offensively try line against a Lich. It's generally a really bad idea. And a Pugna picked up. The fuck? They can offensively try line and safe lane Void against a Timbersaw? Or like... I mean, they can't jungle Bat. That makes no fucking sense. Their lanes would be so weak. So Twisted Lloyd's taking up the mag. They're going to mid-mag? And... What? The Pugna's actually kind of cool. Pugna's pretty good against Timbersaw. He's good against Invoker. Doesn't really do much to Magnus because his spells don't cost that much, and doesn't do anything against... he's good against Phantom Assassin because Decrepify negates all of her damage, pretty much. Isn't this physical? No, it's pure. Well, that means it doesn't
10
amplify, at least.
seconds remaining.
So yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
There are 3 melee heroes on the Dire team against the Void, which is dangerous, and against a Pugna and a Batrider. Like, all these heroes, I actually like the Dire Radiant teams line up a lot more, although the synergistic nature of it doesn't make much sense, and they're all very squishy heroes, except for Void. But Batrider, I just need to see where they're laning this. It doesn't make any sense. It's okay. I'm thinking they have to be offensively tri-laning with Lich, Pugna, and Lina, but then... No, they're not aggro trying with a Void. That's so bad. You know what? Why don't they just dual lane with the Void? And then go Pugna, Lina, bot. I don't think the Dire team can actually contest that, really. Aw, shit. That's so good. What is this? What the fuck is this?
30 seconds to battle.
Okay, guys, this is awful. Do not ever do this again. Why would you ever put an Invoker and a Phantom Assassin in the same lane? Ever. 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 This makes zero sense. This hero desperately needs, especially because you want to extort out 1, this hero has to get to level 3 at least to be relevant at all. And PA needs a fuck ton of farm. This is the worst dual lane I've ever seen in my entire life. This is actually the worst dual lane I've ever seen. Holy shit. I would just like to know what the idea behind this is. Like, there has to be some idea. What is it, like Blink Strike into Cold Snap, but then he's going extort at 1, so it makes no sense. And either way, it's awful. I would love to 1v2 this as Batrider and just destroy it, or Pugna and just destroy it, or Lich and just destroy it. Like, it's such a weak lane. Holy shit. I guess there's gonna be a Venomancer there too, but oh man, you're tri-laning with an Invoker and a PA. Oh god, Invoker needs so many levels and gold, and PA needs a lot of gold and honestly a lot of experience too. Like, it's so weak. And you're against a Lich, and you should know you're against a Lich. Holy shit, this is gonna go so poorly. So Venomancer scouts them all out. Yep, so it's gonna be Batrider against Timbersaw. That's actually not a bad matchup. Pugna against Magnus. That makes sense. Well, Pugna will destroy Magnus, but Magnus will get farm and can't really die there unless he fucks up. But this is the silliest everything ever. This is all so bad. I would seriously put, I would have put Batrider mid and put Pugna bot with the Lina if I was the ready team. They run a 2-1-2 because especially once you see this. This is the worst lane ever. And just with the Lich there, you have completely removed 2 heroes from the game. PA and Invoker will be completely useless for the first 20 minutes. Your Void can get okay farm, but Void at 6 is way better than Invoker and PA at 6. Void at 6, you can have brown boots as Void and be like, shit, I actually need farm. But then with this combination of burst damage on your team, you just drop Chrono on people and they all fucking die. Also, you don't pull when there's a creep wave. The creeps will always aggro each other first, unless there's been an attack issued within a 500 unit range from an enemy hero onto one of your heroes, then you aggro. Funny thing is, you can actually be within 500 units of the enemy creep wave, and then click on this enemy hero, if you're like the raiding team, and it'll still aggro the creeps, which is cool. So yeah, for some reason this Lina doesn't realize that she has ridiculous attack range. They're overextending ridiculously right now. Sun's going to land on a velocity because he's going to get hit by a lot of spells and is going to feed First Blood because this is the worst tri-lane known to man.
First blood. This one's gonna be.
I'm not trying to flame, but I'm going to flame the shit out of you guys. This is the worst tri-lane known to man. Yeah, then Yo-Yo's going to get this shit beat out of him as well. I think he kills him too. Yeah, it's a double kill immediately. Invoker's at level 1 still, and then this tri-lane is almost at level 3. The only way you can somehow come back in this game right now, and I mean literally for the rest of the game, is if this tri-lane somehow feeds you guys. There is no way a Timbersaw will win this game that hard, and he's losing. He's gotten 7 sacks on himself, and I think he dies here. Oh, he's got another chain. Batrider needed a point in. Oh my god! Don't dive it, bro. You already won the lane. See, Batrider is really bad at last hitting, which makes no sense because he has sticky napalm, which makes you hit really hard. Pugna, meanwhile, is owning. Yeah, nobody in this game really knows how to farm. Here. But yeah, Batrider 1 mid, or 1 bot, or is winning it. He kind of pushed the lane. Dude, last hit, thank you. He's just not last hitting. Like, he's just not paying any attention. Hit the creep. Hit the creep. Thank you. Hit the creep. Thank you. Weird. That's like the godsend lineup for a Batrider. I'd probably get a bottle and then just win the game. Magic Stick's good pickup. You're a Timbersaw, picked up a Magic Stick, of course. Good, good. Everything there is actually really good. But he actually had a lot of regen. That's not bad against a Batrider. But really, the Batrider's kind of misplayed. Just hit the creep. Yeah.
Nothing.
But yeah, somehow up top, Void has 1 last hit, even though they won this lane. I don't know. The only reason you guys are getting farm is because they're playing like massive fucking pussies. They're so scared of someone in this tri-lane dying. Also, this Lina just threw the game by picking up Fiery Soul. That's fine if you're just gonna walk up and harass. Just click the Phantom Assassin. Why are they so scared? Why are these two supports not standing right here? Like on the other, I don't even care, like over here, and just clicking the shit out of the Phantom Assassin with 2 regen. Well, you're gonna get Galed? That sucks. What do they have to follow it up with? Cold Snap now if they AFK'd out of lane? No, this is the other team being shitty. He has a poor man's shield too. What does he have to be afraid of? There we go. Now they abandoned the lane for 2 minutes, and now they're gonna come in and be like, oh, we can just fucking kill everyone. Gonna leap forward. They're not gonna kill. They do kill him. Okay, why? I don't understand why they have been doing this the entire time. And he's fucking slow because he has no boots, and I think they can just dive him into the tower and kill him. Yeah, he's dead.
Put me out.
There's no reason why this tri-lane should have ever given you guys any farm. At all. Ever. 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 The fact that the Void has 3 last hits is just because he doesn't know how to play this lane. And for some reason he's afraid of just because there's heroes against him. Either way, Batrider somehow sitting at only 13 last hits, pretty bad. Pugna at 19, top of the charts, and our Mag is at 16. I think he's battle crowing, perhaps? But again, Mag just pretty much always gets some farm. PA at a ridiculous 15 last hits is roaming for some reason, because, you know, your PA should roam. This is all in full vision of wards. It's going to go on to the Pugna. The Pugna has an Invis rune and a Crepify, so he cannot die. So your PA just wasted about a minute of her time because she died and then walked mid. Yet somehow the Void still is not farming and refuses to walk past this. They have no vision of this tri-lane because they misported. He just hasn't placed it! Why would you not play?
Regeneration.
I would have put the ward like here. Like honestly, just right here. And then just kept the wave back. Off of Lich. Like, this is such a bad ward spot too, but like, this tri-lane is so inept at doing anything and can't rotate. And he's gonna dive in the tower and feed for no reason. Like, for no reason. Sunstrike's gonna miss. Actually, that was nice, nice tower aggro canceling. And again, there's no reason this, actually your Timbersaw rotates and it has hit 6. Honestly should not get a kill here. Sun's gonna land. Oh, there's your Magnus rotating in as well. They had vision of all of this, so there's no reason this should have been successful. This is just them overextending because they don't know how to lane control. Cascade getting sucked off by your Pugna player. I have no idea how that rotation was successful when there's a ward right there properly scouting all of this out. And again, I don't know how this wave ever pushes into your tower on the Dire team when there's a Lich against you, and Lich just walks in and feeds here. He's gonna drop a stun. It's not gonna drop a stun. He's just gonna get cold snapped. Void is running around as well like an idiot. Velocity's gonna get sucked off. Void is trying to get a Midas. Yeah, your Magnus comes in and gets another kill just purely because they're spamming spells and the team isn't doing them well. Last gonna land and he's gonna clean up on the Void. The Batrider in the meanwhile is like, yo, sweet, free gold. I fucking love this. And you've rotated your PA to match up against the Batrider. Well, PA will never get farm. Or she can dagger. She's level 4, Batrider's level 8. So she gets near Batrider and gets like 3 stacks on her and she dies. But again, somehow PA is at the top of the charts, but that's just because the other team mechanically has no idea what they're doing. He's gonna drop a stun, Kronos is gonna be thrown on it too, but here's a shotgun on top of all of this. And still gets 2 kills. Sun's gonna land then, Nicholas Cage's like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. As Frostblast's gonna drop that, he's like, shit, I'm out of mana, shit, I'm out of mana, shit, I'm out of mana, shit, I'm out of mana. So, you guys managed to get 4 kills, which, out of nothing. Which really is just because the other team had bad positional issues and didn't, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me right now? And because your Lina against you leveled up 2 points in Fiery Soul over her ulti and another nuke. That's just like handing you guys fight wins. Your Lich now has Chain Frost. Batrider only has 1100 gold just because he's not really playing well. Your Invoker is roaming, which should not be effective. He just gets Firefly. Just drop the Flame Break. Or actually, I think he just walks away. Yeah, he just walks away. Fine. If there's a TP by any one bot, this would have been a double kill, like if the Lich TP. The Lich doesn't have... Actually, Lich does have TP. He should have ported, honestly. Batrider just pieces out because you can't kill him with that gank. Sitting at 1200 gold still, doing okay. And yeah, for some reason he's hiding when 3 people just showed themselves bot. And the Lich hasn't TP'd yet. And if this Batrider dies, the Lich is an awful, awful play. He has Flame Break, Sunstrike's gonna land. And the supports are AFK in lane with TP scrolls, and Batrider actually lives. So 3 people just rotated. None of these heroes are actually good gankers without items, like Magnus. Oh, Magnus needs a Blink Dagger and shouldn't leave until he gets a Blink Dagger. This is just delaying the potency of your mid-game ridiculously, because this is your mid-game teamfight specialist. Invoker is level 5 at 9 minutes, which is honestly just because the other team fed you. And he needs so much farm. He doesn't do anything. Like, none of his spells are effective when you only have 1 or 2 points in your ability is great. Your PA has phase boots at 10 minutes against mass burst damage, so she just dies to avoid chronoing. Void somehow only has 21 last hits, and again, has 2 supports sitting in lane behind him, even though 3 people are showing bot. They should not be here, or this tower should be dead. There's a Pugna in this game who has managed to take 1 tower, but needs to be pressuring others. If I was Pugna, I would go top right now and kill this tower about 4 minutes ago. I would have done that. Void's gonna walk in, they're gonna drop a stun onto Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo is the deadest. And again, this Lina skipped her ult until 7 and has 2 points in Power Soul. Void's gonna come in. Again, where is our ward? He put it here. He saw this rotation and they dove a tower for some reason. Void just didn't chrono and still has it. Could just shreds toggle and get a chrono off. So again, he traded 2 for 1. Actually, Void ended up dying. Which is fine. Like, this is all fine if this is a pub game, but because this is a captain's game and you drafted this lineup, if you're going to set yourself up for success, if you want to set yourself up for success, then I understand playing Captain'sville with a 5 stack and then drafting lineups that can actually win. But this lineup can't win games. This lineup doesn't have very good synergy. It has okay AoE, but everyone needs so much levels. And you dual lane an Invoker and a PA. So the only way, when you're dual laning an Invoker and a PA, the only way you can win the game is if the other team screws up horribly. The other team is luckily screwing up horribly. And just because you're roaming as aggressively as possible and they're letting themselves get caught out under towers, are you catching up in this game again? Which is fine. Again, I don't have anything against that in like a pub game, but this is supposed to be a lineup that you like preconceived and thought, this will be a great combination. Maybe you guys random one of these picks? I don't know. Maybe that happened. Chance Laguna Blade just doesn't use it. Gonna walk into 4 heroes and die, because again, our Lich has TP scrolls and refuses to use them. If Lich was there and his ult went off, people would have died. Our Batrider also is a very bad and slow farmer, and for some reason will opt 2 rings of regen instead of just saving it for a blink, where right now he should have had it probably 3 minutes ago and would be killing people in fights. And again, this Lich just isn't doing anything, and somehow this tower isn't dead yet. And they're still sitting 2 supports behind their carry who has chrono and isn't using it to get kills, yet is also not farming. Batrider's just kind of hanging out, because again, he isn't really farming well. If he's scared, what you should do is walk over here and farm these 2 camps. And he finally used chrono. He finally uses chrono and gets 2 kills. Again, every 2 minutes he should just be getting 3 kills. Lina refuses to level up her Light Strike array because why would I want to do another 170 magic damage against a lineup that dies to magic damage? You have to blink in and die. You have to blink in. Your mag finally has a blink dagger, which is good. That's a godsend, but really it's because it was gifted to you. Tower finally dies, Pugna finally does something in this game besides taking mid, and then feeding mid. You guys got a tower just because they didn't rotate, which is fine. You know, you took advantage of the fact that they're playing passive and took a tower. That's good. Good. So, what I'm going to do now is, we're now in mid-game, so I'm going to stop getting on your guys' ass about your early game and start talking about what you have. What you have now is a 0, 1, and 7 Timber. So your Timber's been in 7 of your 9 kills. Pretty damn good. A 4, 2, and 4 Magnus has been in 8 of your kills. Good. Invoker has phase boots and is level 6 at 13 minutes. This is very, 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 very bad. You need to find a place for your Invoker to sit in lane. RP is going to be used onto the Batrider, because I don't know. They have awful warding. He's going to die. That's good. But again, you dedicated 3 heroes to do this, and one of this hero needs more farm to become fully effective against this burst magic damage lineup, and Invoker needs experience. And your mag, use RP, which is fine. Then somehow Pugna gets caught off by a bunch of right-click heroes when he could just equipify himself in TP, but he doesn't have a TP because he's not a very good player. And again, they're still sitting 2 supports behind their Void when people are showing in other parts of the map, and they're not warding, even though the Lina has wards and place it in a silly... Where did she place it? Why would you put a ward here? Okay, she warded there. This ward makes no sense. You had a tier 1 when you placed this, I think? Maybe not. Maybe it just got placed. It just got placed. Either way, why do you need that ward when you have this ward? And why do you need this ward when you have... Like, why do you need this ward when you have this ward? This will make sense. You can see people coming in from mid. Like, if the lane is pushed out. Like, if the creeps are here-ish. I can't draw the map. Fucking annoying. If the creeps are here, you can see enemies rotating top, because they're generally going to take this path, or over here. Maybe up this way. This is the one way you can die as your team, if the enemies for some reason push over to here and then run up this way. But if that's happening, you should probably go, oh shit, they just pushed past our river and then all disappeared. Where could they be? You know, they probably didn't run... If they ran down this way, then you could have a ward around Roche, because this is about the time Roche is about to happen, and scout out that motion. And if they still just disappear, you know they're in your jungle. So you don't need this ward. This ward is unnecessary. And honestly, this ward is not very good. You could have it instead, like, here, and spot out TPs into top lane. Since that's what a good team would use in this mid game to get ganks, is they would TP their Batrider here. They TP their Batrider top, and then go and try to kill your safe lane farmers. So the warding is a little inefficient, but again, you have wards, which is better than the other team. This ward,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I don't
attack.
think it does anything at all. If you were on the Radiant team, I would like that ward, but for your team, what does it see? If someone is farming out here anyways, like all the way down here, 1, you're going to see them anyways, and 2, like, I don't know if you can necessarily punish them. But either way, if they're down here and you can kill them, like, I have a bunch of things happening, but Mudex has a haste room, so we're just going to kind of walk away. Yo-Yo's like, oh shit, this sucks. Floodbreak's going to miss somehow, and yeah, Pugna comes in and finally does something in this game. Gets a kill. Sweet. Yes, this ward. What does it spot? If the enemies are pushing your tower, they're just going to walk in your tower and push it. If you have someone down here on the Dire team, for some reason, farming like really far out, you would want a ward like here to see motion coming from this way or over here, or even from like down here. And then you just back up from the jungle. I don't know. This doesn't really do anything for the Dire team. It's faded out now, so it doesn't make me sad. This ward is good. I actually like this spot sometimes better. Well, no. I don't really know for the... That's not really good for the Dire team. That's better for the Radiant team. In, like, defensive situations. But yeah. So if you look at the game state, somehow your PA is at the top of the farm. It's going for a Battle Fury. But it's trying to fight all the time. So if you're trying to fight all the time, why not buy items that let you fight all the time? This Void's going to try to run away. The support's just kind of around. Invoker is now going for Wex. Gets a kill on the Void, which makes no sense. I don't know what the Lich is doing. Oh, the Lich is dead.
Dire's middle tower
Weird.
is under attack.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what they're doing.
My fires.
I haven't been paying any attention to this part of the map for the past, like, 5 minutes, and with this big teamfight lineup that honestly crushes yours right now, with Void ultimate, which he used somehow, and a Lich ultimate, which he used somehow. He got 2 kills. That's what they use it on. But then somehow stayed around and died. They're just really, really, really overextending. They took a fight. They took it probably in a bad place because they didn't actively push out the wave far enough into your tower so that when they won a fight, they could take your tower. And then they tried to push off of that, but you guys respawned and came back and fought them when their ultimates were down and won the fight somehow. Which is cool. Good job. Good analysis or understanding it. Oh my god, he rushed a 4-staff. And he's 0-1-1. Alright. So reasons why your mid game is going well. One, you're taking advantage of them using their ultis in bad places, and then coming back and killing them when they overextend, which is good. Two, their Batrider has been in 1 kill and doesn't have an item that lets him be in more kills. So the game is 4v5 at this point because this Batrider is not trying to be useful. Pugna just walked out and died. I don't really know what he's doing. Somehow Pugna has no items, which makes no sense. I don't think you guys had any way when Pugna hit about 7 of stopping their push. Like at all. Nothing's being used here. But there's no detection up on our Lich because he's woefully unprepared. Our Batrider didn't use, has not used Lasso yet this game. No, he used him once defensively. And yeah, Nicolas Cage is going to back off. This is a little... What is math? Math is hard. 700 gold behind his Bloodstone. That's okay timing. Arrow's going to TP into 1,000,000 heroes. He's going to get RP'd. Void's going to port in. He has Chrono, drops the Chrono, lands at number 3. Pugna's going to drop, or port into everybody. They can burst down this guy. Nope, he doesn't use Flame Break. The ultimate's now on 2 people. They're trying to dive. The Void went this weird build that makes no sense. You go ultra passive in backtrack, and then max out Time Lock and only have 1 point in Time Lock? Why would you do this? Okay, so 20-minute Battle Fury is up on your Phantom Assassin. That's okay. But why would you get a Battle Fury when you already have Empower? I know he just got Empower, but if your lanes are better, and you just kept your mag mid like he should have for a little bit longer, and he wasn't roaming as much, it's 20 minutes in and he's only level 11. If he had more effective use of his time, but like when he ganked, he got kills in important places and then went back to laning. He could probably be level 12 or 13, maybe 14 by now at least. So if your Phantom Assassin went like Vlad's BKB, she could really fight all the time. You could take Roche really easily, and would still have the cleave from Empower and would hit even harder. It will hit about the same, honestly, because this adds 65 damage. BKB adds... What does BKB add? 24, and Vlad's adds a 17%. So, like, 24 into 84 is like 110, 17 is like 20-ish. So you hit a little bit less hard, but you wouldn't die in fights, so more effectively... Well, I mean, there is a Void, so I guess BKB isn't the greatest choice. But still, I would get BKB, even though 2 of their ultimates go through it. It forces them to drop everything on the Phantom Assassin, so then like Timber can chase down people in the backline, and again, you have a mag to lock down the Void anyways, so unless he's blinking and chronoing to start the fight, which he should be, you know, generally, but oh god, he's going back for a Battlefield, that makes no sense. It's just hard to pick Phantom Assassin into a Void. Honestly, I don't know what your lineup is trying to do, because if you take it really late against a Void, he just gets an MKB and chronos you and probably kills you, because he's a better carry than a PA. PA is better in mid-game, but they should have pressured you guys so hard with the Pugna and the Batrider that you shouldn't have any towers. And PA is very killable when she's just lassoed and pulled out from her team. There is a Magnus to reinitiate off of the Batrider lasso, which is pretty good. I like the Magnus pick because of that. But why do you have an Invoker? Like, I can get having an Invoker or having a Mag, but why would you need both? They kind of fill in the same functionality where when someone is grabbed by Batrider or Chrono, you can drop a Tornado and it like stalls the fight and lets you kind of reset. Instead of all of that, you could have had neither of these heroes to fill that role and just had a Naga Siren. And the moment she hits 6, they have to initiate and kill her before the fight starts with whatever ultimates they need to do so, or else she just songs during Chrono or during Batrider Lasso, and that whole ultimate is just removed. And then pretty much that hero is removed. I would have very, very much so gone into a Naga Siren in this fight, or in this game, and not an Invoker. Because Invoker is such an expensive hero, and he doesn't have the place to farm. Like, at 23 minutes, he has Boots and an Oblivion Staff. Which again, it's good that you guys are finding the goal where you can, but you put yourself in such a hard place to win this game to begin with, just off of your draft. Like, the other team, with Lina and Pugna, can just one-shot someone the moment Lina hits 6. Pugna can pressure towers very early, and I don't know if you really would have had the experience to do anything about it. If they laned a little bit more safely, after they force you guys out of your defensive lane, that Chronosphere actually hits on 2 important targets, but this is going to bounce pretty well, going to kill off 1. Lina gets blown up. Finally, Batrider is in a fight. Finally, he's in a fight. And immediately they burst it down 2. Timbersaw is doing pretty good damage, but the Pugna Ward just destroyed him, and he's going to drop as well. So they cleaned up 3 for 2. Batrider and Pugna dying. Pugna had his Ag Scepter, and I think just positioned poorly. Bover's going to TP out. Everyone's low just because I don't think they killed off the Venomancer fast enough. But Magnus died before he could use any of his abilities. And Batrider, again, finally did something, and this is without a Blink Dagger. So let's look at the other team. They have a Lich. Lich guarantees that one lane is probably won. Unless the tri-lane against it, or like dual lane against whatever Lich is in, is ridiculous, Lich is going to win that. So they offensively tri-lane with the Lich and with the Void. Fine. Against a PA, that's fine. You can pull the wave back to like here, and anytime it pushes, just push it really, really hard, and then the Radiant team can pull into this, and they actually just start denying waves in the off lane against your safe lane. The Pugna should be pushing very aggressively early on, and honestly, against this Void lineup, the minute Void hits 6 and Pugna has whatever the hell he has, Pugna just take down mid tower. Since again, Pugna was against a Magnus, and Magnus is pretty good at counter pushing with a Shockwave. It's actually really good. But since you had to rotate so much earlier based off of your lineup, he took the tower, could have just gone top after they locked down and won their hard lane against your safe lane. Not if they didn't overextend and feed at all, your safe lane would still have no farm. Then Pugna comes in, they take your tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And you have to port everyone in then to fight, but their supports will have more farm because, again, they have a Lich. They have a Lich who won in a tri-lane, and Alina, who, if she built correctly, does a lot of damage. And you have to initiate into them to stop the push because Pugna just stands near the tower and drops Nether Blast. And you have to initiate into them to stop the push, which requires your Magnus to have a Blink Dagger, but at that point, since he had to roam, he didn't have one. So I think you lose your tier 2 top lane. Then the enemy team rotates to other lanes and starts taking everything and Roshan as you try to catch up farm, because you have to stop this. You have to farm this, because you can't just leave that farm there, and your team is woefully under-farmed. So that's what the other team was supposed to do, and Batrider should have gotten a Blink Dagger at about 9 minutes, so after that first rotation from Pugna, where he takes this tower, he probably already took mid. Your Magnus rotates around and was spotted out and doesn't get a kill. They take this tower, your Batrider has a blink probably when this tower dropped, after the second one, for sure. Like this one, actually after this tower dropped, this one dropped probably at like 8-9 minutes. This one drops at like 10 or 11. Because again, the enemy tri-lane just destroys your tri-lane, hands down. Like we saw that happen. Level 1, they walk in the lane, just throw spells at you guys, and walk at you, and you couldn't do anything to stop them. Venomancer's okay. Like, if he hits a Gale on all 3, okay, it stops your guys from dying, but then he's out of mana, and you still can't come into lane. Because they outrange you guys ridiculously, and just have better level 1 abilities. So, level 2 happens already, and they just completely crush you guys. Because they get it faster, and again, they just outlane you guys. So that tower dies, this tower dies, this tower dies, Batrider has a blink, and him and Lina by themselves can just kill anyone on the map repeatedly. So they pick whatever priority target they want to stop farming, or they want to continue to keep at 0 farm, which I would pick probably the PA and the Invoker, but the Invoker isn't really a big deal right then. So you Batrider lasso one of them, the moment Chronos off, you take a fight in front of the enemy towers and kill the other one, go take Roche, and then at about 20 minutes, the other team should have all of your tier 2 towers dead. Your Invoker shouldn't have any levels, because you'd have to dedicate a lane to him to catch up, which means that your Mag isn't getting any farm, and your Timbersaw isn't getting any farm, and your PA probably isn't getting any farm, because Invoker can't really jungle. I guess at level 3 he has a Forward Spirit, but it's weak. And either way, your lanes would be weak then, either way. Either you put an underlevel Invoker solo in a lane against a Batrider with a Blink Dagger, or you have him jungling and then he's not jungling, so it's a 4v5 effectively because he has to catch up. Luckily, though, you guys caught them out with a good rotation from your mag, even though it was spotted out by a ward.
Radiant's top tower is under
They did
attack.
not react to you guys fighting bot when you dove that Bat Rider with 3 people. If they rotated into supports, they probably would have killed you guys. And here we go. The Bat Rider, again, still refuses to get a Blink Dagger and is going for like a BKB, which is good, but stupid right now. Get a fucking Blink Dagger. Pugna has an Ag Scepter, cool. But you still have all of these towers up that you shouldn't have.
Double damage.
This lineup is so incredibly greedy. Your Invoker is only level 13 at 30 minutes. Your PA has a monkey MKB, but is so easily killed. You're plunging so much worth into an AFK farm Phantom Lancer that is killed by Void just chronoing. And Void won a very, 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 very bad build. This build is stupid. You don't go treads into Mask of Madness back for a Battle Fury. If you want damage, get a damage item and get an MKB because there's a PA. If you want to farm, get it before the Mask of Madness or just get a Midas. But he doesn't, he wants to fight. So, just silly build by him. Just go BKB, like MKB. Go Midas, BKB, MKB. Win the game. The Lina has a mechanism. Still, these 2 points into the Fiery Soul just kind of owned her. She still hasn't skilled up her ulti level 2, because this person is a terrible, terrible player. That's good. Good for you guys. And again, I think the Pugna Lina synergy, they never did anything with it. So either way, you guys are now controlling their jungle, which is good. They have warded here and here, which this doesn't see the rune spot. It makes no sense, really. This kind of controls their own jungle, but they're not. They see that you guys are there, and they're not doing anything about it, or like immediately coming up here and farming your jungle. Because if they know you're all in their jungle, and the tier 2 tower is dead, so you're not going to pressure their high ground at this point. They can just come up here and pressure your tier 2 and take over your jungle. Makes sense, right? If you guys spend enough time to go like this, they can in the meanwhile just do this. It's great. Dota's hard. Selena has an urn, not using it. Bat Rider still has no blink and doesn't scout out at all. And you have a 10% right there, but if you just went and looked like a good Bat Rider, you would have done this TP filter. And actually TP like 2 feet away. And that Pugna is awful and just got caught out like an idiot. Boy's gonna come in late, drop a chrono, catch 2 though. He's gonna be focused on the Phantom Assassin. Venomancer. Venomancer gets blown up, but still hit. That was actually a ridiculous RP. Holy shit, dude. Venomancer got off his ulti onto everybody right before he died, like during the Lina ulti, which is pretty sweet. And then you guys blow up everyone. He bought back, he's now dead, so now you guys win the game. So, the power of Magnus we can see, we saw here. Magnus is actually pretty good in lineups that have to fight out of their base, which are few and far between, but he's good in choke points, as we can see. Like, when you're fighting against a Magnus, even if they're sieging your base, you don't ever want to come out of your base to, like, here. Or, like we saw here, even worse, because Magnus thrives in choke points, right? Makes sense. They fucked up, and the Pugna was standing here while the rest of the team was here, and he got caught out, which is dumb, because Pugna wants to stay back and spam spells. Then they chase you guys into here, and Magnus is like, holy shit, I'm smart, I'm gonna hit a ridiculous RP and win the game. So the Magnus pick turned out okay there. I like it. But I like Magnus in lineups where, one, you excel at taking Roche, and that's like your main way of winning the game, is you pick some carry that has to be, that like, if they have to be killed twice, you win the game. Like, Luna is really good. Or heroes that like having cleave, like, yeah, Alchemist is okay. Alchemist Magnus is like the standard old school DK thing, or old school LGD. They used to do that all the time. But Magnus really good in Roche fights. Magnus really good in hill fights, like right here and right here. Magnus really good when you're trying to like hide out mid here. Fighting in this area in the jungle, all good shit. So if you can think of a lineup that exploits those specific things, good. You guys took Roche, which is good. Roche is now back up. We'll take him again. You guys now have full map control, so win-win. Win-win-win-win-win. Your Phantom Assassin now has a BKB, thank God. So at this point, I don't think they can really kill... Well, they can. That's a lie. But their Void built a Chrysalis and a BKB instead of... Or a Battle Fury instead of an MKB, so he can't really do anything against Phantom Assassin. The Pugna has no items, which is remarkable because the Pugna is 2 and 7 Refresher Orb. Why would you ever rush a Refresher Orb on Invoker when he's level 15? And a Wex Invoker. Guys, you gotta think about what the point of a hero is in your lineup. The point of this Invoker in this lineup is just to save people while they're in Chronosphere and stop Batrider from lassoing. Since you went Wex, again, that's good. You should have gone Wex class. I like it. And it makes him a like AoE area controlling specialist with things like EMP. Why do you have Deafening Blast? You want Tornado? Tornado. That's pretty much it. That's why you picked him, is for EMP Tornado, to just burn all the mana of all these fuckers. If you hit Void in it, he has no mana, he can't Chrono. Good shit. All good shit. Force him to go BKB. He didn't go BKB, so you're winning the game. Why would you ever need a Refresher Orb? Gold is a linear... There is a linear amount of gold on the map. It's always increasing, but it increases at a linear rate, right? Linear rate. Based off of that, there is a limited amount of gold on the map during the game. And since the enemy team has the same amount of limited gold handed to them in a way, like just based off of lanes and stuff, she's gonna pop her Aegis this week. You want to hyper optimize what it is, like who you're putting gold into and why. Like, he bought a Refresher Orb and used it, but it didn't really do anything. What won the game was just Phantom Assassin running at them and them not actually putting in the control that they needed to kill her, you know. Void didn't Chrono when he died beforehand, because he ran out like an idiot. Batrider had no damage afterwards, because Void died. And your PA has a BKB, so all the other heroes can't really do anything. Good shit. Why do you need a Refresher Orb on Invoker?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Why not get a 4-stat to be able to push people away
Tower has fallen.
from, like, a chasing Void, or when they're decrypified by Pugna, all these slows. Like, if they get stunned by Lena, you can force them away. It removes all the threats besides Void ulti and Batrider ulti. He's actually going to go on to Timbersaw, which is the worst possible target to go on to. So I was going to just go Peace. That guy blows up because he played very poorly. So either way, you guys rotated well, you fought pretty well as a team. Oh, he didn't blink. That's embarrassing. Props is Refresher Orb, but it's not the mana. Awesome, bro. We've all done that, though. Just listening to Pulled and Profound, Batrider, still no Blink Dagger. Report me, Sadface. Like a Yule Scepter would have been better on Invoker because you can. It's another thing you can use on Void while he's in Chrono, or you can use on the Batrider if you're really fast. Batrider lassos someone and you Yule too much. It's good. You can also use it like if you have vision of the Batrider and you think he's about to, like he has Firefire plot and he's kind of moving towards you guys. You can click the Yule Scepter on him. So if he blinks, your hero will immediately Yules him. Or you can just get a Hex, because Hex is the best item in the fucking world, and Hex is incredible against Void. Get a Hex. Don't get a Refresher Orb. Either way. Glad you guys won. I'm gonna go watch your other game literally during the same cast. We're just gonna go to the next game. Alright? Cool. Cool. Gonna find that next game. What am I looking for? There doesn't seem to be anything here. What the fuck are you talking about? What? There. Is it this one? It's this one, isn't it? Library or watch recent or recent, yeah. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, we're gonna watch the next game, friends and scholars. So okay, I apologize if I sound kind of harsh right now, friends. I'm really mad at Dota for various reasons. I feel like Valve misled me in some ways during this last patch with the whole gem thing and how couriers work with it, and I ended up destroying 2 unusual couriers and getting almost nothing out of it. All I wanted is make my Stumpy have a Lotus Trail. Which I finally did, but I had to buy a new Stumpy. Fucking stupid shit. So I'm really mad, and every game I played today, I had one guy on my team who for the first 20 minutes just sat in a lane and did nothing. As they're like sieging our towers. And so we lose a bunch of towers. He's like, what the fuck? Why do they have so much gear? Because you were worthless. I'm kind of mad at Dota. Not mad at you guys, mad at Dota. So, let's review. Things that could have gone better last game. The draft, hands down, should have gone better. Better understanding of what you need your heroes to do. Just period. I don't think you needed the Invoker in the mag. I actually would have
Radiant team ban.
taken the mag of the Invoker, maybe? It at least gives your PA cleave, so she doesn't have to go Battle Fury and can rush the MKB. Although MKB isn't that good against Void because he still dodges shit. His backtrack isn't evasion. It's HP. It's like inverse HP removal. What is it called? It's triggered heal. That's what it's called. Is what the mechanic in Dota 1 was. But either way, Timbersaw being banned out, Lich being banned out by the other team. Cool stuff. Lich is a good hero. Lich makes lanes weaker by default, so if you're not hyper good at exploiting things, like if your team isn't super good, Lich being against you can be a very strong liability, so I like banning it out. Although they have first pick, so I guess they just don't want to pick it themselves. Timbersaw, good laner, lots of burst damage, slightly difficult to control, but I don't know if he should be banned.
Dire team down.
And Visage being banned out. Finally, someone respecting the power of Visage. Dear Stack, your support players right now should go and play 5 games of Visage in a row at least. Just learn to micro really well with the birds. Don't feed them. That's the hardest part about Visage. That hero is insanely good. Insanely good. The things to note, well, I'll talk about it later. We'll get into that later about why Visage is OP. And Lifestealer being first picked by the Radiant team. Don't think you should first pick a Lifestealer unless you are Na'Vi. Bane Elemental being immediately picked up, that's why you don't first pick Lifestealer, because the other team can just pick Bane and Lifestealer is then shit. Not shit, but you can just take Enfeeble out 1 and Nagasiren. Yes! 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 Immediately counterpicking the Lifestealer with probably 2 of the better heroes to do so. I like it. Versatile heroes, pretty okay at roaming. They kind of need their levels, but they're good. Nagasiren's good. She's melee, which is the downside of Nagasiren, but she's really tanky. And a Nyx Assassin being picked up by the other team. Okay.
Team ban.
Now bans are going to come out, so the Radiant team should look to ban out carries, mids, and offlane, just farmers. As a Lifestealer, you might want to consider. I can never think of the full hero list when I'm like actually processing things. At times like this, I like need the list in front of me. I need to like print that out for when I'm actually going to be casting during drafts, so I can look at it and figure things out. But either way, Fear being banned out by them, they're being afraid of that split push, even though they have a Nyx Assassin to exploit it. It could be annoying mid game that
Radiant team ban.
and a Gyrocopter being banned out by you guys. Why would you ban a Gyrocopter? Sorry, Lifestealer. I mean, you can run both. You can run a support Gyrocopter, but Gyrocopter mid's okay. But I don't know if he adds that much. Crobulus being banned, that's a little bit of a better ban. It gives the gives the Radiant team a sort of mid game, like early mid game pushing capacity, which can ramp up their gold in the Lifestealer. And she's not. Bane isn't very good against her if she gets her ulti off, and like you Fiend Script her, the ulti's still going on. So I like it. And the ulti goes off through Nagasiren, so not bad, not a bad ban. Smart. Don't know about the Gyrocopter. The OD ban again. You guys always seem to ban OD because he's OP in lane. That's fine. You don't want to have to work on macroing your supports in that big of a scheme. I can understand that. It's hard to control 2 lanes at once with supports. And arrays are being picked up. So triple countering the Lifestealer immediately. He is now fucked. Weaver, though, being banned up by the Radiant team. Good ban as well. Lifestealer is not super good against Weaver, and Weaver is pretty damn good against Lifestealer, especially in a 1v1 situation. And there's a Crystal Maiden being picked up. I feel like you guys should have banned her out instead, because she allows lanes to win. Crystal Maiden is so good. One of the best level 2 heroes in the game, probably the best. I'm gonna eat some chips, guys. So this is going from like a to the masses cast to a to your specific 5-stack cast. I'm keeping it mega casual now.
10 seconds remaining.
Bounty Hunter being picked up, thank you. Bounty Hunter is very good. I'm surprised it hasn't been banned yet. I'm surprised there's a Furion ban over the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter again, is very good against Lifestealer. As I think you guys know. You can track him. Everyone's fucking fast, and Lifestealer has to run up to people and hit them with his face. So if you just run away from them, he's not a very good carry. The issues with Bounty Hunter, let's go through them. Crystal Maiden shits on you. If the other team is prepared, he'll have a very hard laning phase. But with the new buff to offlaners, it's okay.
Remaining.
Since there's going to be dual melee in this lane, unless they mid the Nyx Assassin, which
5 seconds.
they might do.
Remaining.
I think a quick 6 on Nyx Assassin wouldn't be awful.
Reserve time.
They should pick up a Storm or something. Or Puck. Pretty much the only time, when you pick up a Lifestealer, you generally want to have a carrier for the Lifestealer to make him super effective in the mid game and late game. Maybe... I would go for the Puck. Puck would be really good against your guys' lineup. Like blink silence onto the Naga Siren and burst him down, catch out the Razor and the Bounty Hunter and the Coil, so like the Razor tether isn't that good. Unless Bane grips, but you have enough things to counter the Bane grip. I would go for Puck.
Puck.
Yep. Standard. That's pretty standard. And you guys need to ban off an offlaner maybe? You could offlane Nyx Assassin, Speed Gaming does it a lot. They could offlane a Nyx Assassin.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe if you're afraid of a
5
Venomancer, you could ban that out.
remaining.
Because they could offlane the Nyx Assassin.
Reserve time.
Or you guys could still pick up a mid. You could be still picking up a mid since Razor against Puck isn't very good. Razor kind of loses that pretty hard. And then you can offensively try lane with the Bane, the Naga, and the Razor. Safe lane the Bounty Hunter. Then put someone else mid. I don't know. I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do, like I can somehow in the past tell you, or in the future tell you what to do in the past, but I'm just trying to think of what you should ban based off of what you could do, and then what they could do against what you could do, you know, just saying the captain shit. Get about the Clockwork. Nice, yes.
Radiant
Clockwork
team
fucks you guys up.
ban.
Clockwork cooks on Bane, Clockwork cooks on Naga, she can't sleep. Very good. They should have picked it up, honestly, instead of the Nyx Assassin. I would have gone Lifestealer Clockwork. Or Clockwork, honestly, just first pick that shit. Hold the Lifestealer, make you guys pick up that support, see if you can counter the different carry. I don't like the first pick Lifestealer. And a Phantom Lancer banned out? No, you guys aren't going to go for a Phantom Lancer. Ever. Shit, no. Why? I've never understood why people were afraid of Phantom Lancer. Honestly, since his heyday, and even during his heyday, I didn't think he was that good of a hero. His win rate in competitive was never
10
that good.
seconds remaining.
Right? It was okay when it was with Coddle, just because Coddle was the
5
reason it was good.
seconds
Not Phantom Lancer.
remaining.
And a Medusa, yes! Nice.
Radiant team.
Nice. Nice. Lifestealer, you just got 5 hero countered. Suck a dick. And an Elder Titan picked up. How the shit did Elder Titan make it through all this? Not bad, though. It's okay you guys didn't ban it. I don't think it's that big of an issue for you guys. Yeah, I don't think it matters that much. Although they do have a lot of like burst initiation if you guys are unprepared in a fight. But either way, I don't think they can kill the Medusa. And I think you guys just offensively try lane. Leave a 1v1 Medusa against Elder Titan. Oh, that sucks. Or Medusa mid against Puck? No, what the fuck? Actually, I don't know how you guys are going to lane this. You'd want the Razor in the try lane against the Lifestealer because he can't farm then, but I guess Medusa kind of does the same thing. Although Razor does it better. Weird.
10 seconds remaining.
I like the Medusa pick, but I think it's actually kind of all in against the Nyx, and it makes your lanes really weak. And their supports are pretty fucking good at rotating, which is what I would do if I were them. Just like the Nyx isn't going to have a good early game anyways, so fuck it, now just roam. Roam the shit out of you guys and get 1 million kills early on, since your supports are not incredibly good at counter ganking. They're okay. But Nyx, Crystal Maiden, really good at level 2. Well, Crystal Maiden is. Nyx is okay. His stun is still AoE, so it's nice. Naga and Bane are okay. But whatever the 1v1 matchup is against your Medusa, and I think against your Razor, unless Razor's against the Nyx, I think your Medusa loses really hard. So you kind of have to keep supports near her. Like, if the enemy 2 supports keep your supports running around the map the whole game, I think it actually will benefit them more than it benefits you guys to chase them. Because either they shut down like 1 or 2 of your soul laners, and you keep farm on your Medusa. Because yeah, this bounty hunter can die really easily against that. But either way, let's look what they're gonna do. Free cam, stop. I remember what you guys said about how this game goes.
The battle begins.
So let's see what happens and why it goes that way. So Razor's not blocking. Your Razor's not blocking. Why is your Razor not blocking?
From sight.
I have, like, once in history forgot to block, but he remembers it there. He's like, oh shit, I need to block. Oh, fuck. And somehow the Puck blocked even worse, which is very impressive since he forgot to. So either way, Puck against Razor. Razor is okay, but Puck hits a lot harder, so if the Puck player plays it well, he gets a million last hits. Luckily, the creep wave is on your half of the map, but your range is worse, right? Yeah, and Puck has more damage. Puck actually not playing very well right now. What are you doing? And they're running a 2-1-2? No, they're not. They're running a shot line. And yep, none of them have detection. So your bounty hunter already won the game, and these 2 supports are going to be completely worthless in this lane. They're just going to pull, and your bounty hunter's going to go, lol, please, and sap their experience, or sap lane experience. I would actually keep down these supports, because these supports staying at level 1 is more important than keeping down the Nyx at this point. But yeah, you guys have a tri lane as well. These 2 supports should just be fucking pulling repeatedly. There is no reason to have them in lane.
I'll sing them to sleep.
Right now. Elder Titan. Oh god, Elder Titan doesn't know how to play Elder Titan. So yeah, you guys won the game. Yeah, this game is already so much in your favor. If you guys don't know, this build is fucking terrible. This ability is the reason Elder Titan was picked. And you should level it up first because it makes his laning ridiculous. Early Stomp doesn't really do anything. Maybe 1 point against a tri-lane. But still, I don't think it matters. And Brain Sap at 1 isn't very good. I guess he's just going to try to harass, but generally any other option is better. Taking a point in field. Really? I might have run a 2-on-2 if I were you guys. Here we go. Their supports are now rotating, but they rotated really poorly and didn't smoke. So they kind of came mid and didn't kill off the Razor, who was honestly not a very hard person to kill at this point. Puck, no points in phase shift, whatever. Yeah, now they're just going to walk back mid. He now is getting sentries, but it's already too late. The bounty hunter is level 3, almost level 4. It'll be level 4 when it comes out. And now he goes back for natural order. Okay, that's not that bad then. I don't know why he has a Gauntlet of Strength over Regen. He has it in his stash. He needs to send it to himself. The other team is like noting their issues, but they are noting them 3 minutes too late, which is really fucking bad early game. Because again, he's level 4, and their lane control is atrocious. This Nyx is bad at lane control. Your Medusa's farming pretty well. That's good, guys. It's a lot better than the last time, than that Kling's game. Another Kling's game was a try against try. But still, it's pretty good. And he's probably, he's getting out of the tower, killing that creep. It's not bad. But this is not gonna, this is gonna shove now, which sucks. Yeah, you want to be sure to kill off that range creep. Getting double range creep will fuck you guys. I guess you can pull this right now, but the Elder Titan can stop it. Your support's gonna rotate. Haven't tried a D-ward at all. It's generally a good idea. Something you guys could try to add into your repertoire as supports is sentries earlier, and use them to D-ward as early as possible. If you can, if you get to where you're warding very, very quickly, and somebody's gonna get caught up. Oh no, he's gonna get sapped up. Gonna get slumped up. We're gonna get brain sapped, and yep. Oh, no, he's about to silence. No, it's not gonna be enough. Nice. Nice. Nice wraparound by Twisted Lloyd. That was nice. That was pretty well executed. It's a hard hero to kill. He kind of fucked up with the visionary one. Yeah, nice. And that's good. You can see their supports in lane. You have the ward here. That's good. But since you got the ward here earlier than the observer ward here, you should probably look to deward it. And I think your ward here was before theirs as well. Yeah, you can deward both of these guys. No reason not to, right? If you kill their vision, and you still have your vision, the supports are going to be scared to rotate. And if your supports are off the map the whole time, they'll be fucking scared to rotate. So, again, good play though. Nice rotation. The Elder Titan, yeah, he went back for a good build. He got it just because he was against a Tron. That's not bad. Rushing a Bracer, that's okay. Your Bounty Hunter is level 5. Not going for the Shuriken build. I guess it's okay since he kind of 1v1'd against the Officer. He's gonna get caught again in Rage. Nope, called by Velocity. Oh, Frostbite being used. But again, only level 2 on your Crystal Maiden at 5 minutes in the game against the Bounty Hunter. This Crystal Maiden pick is supposed to be controlling the game right now, and was supposed to have been controlling the game this entire time, but now he's so far behind your supports. Your supports are kind of coming into fruition. Like your Nagasawa is 3, so she does pretty legit damage. Snake's Assassin's only level 3 as well. And your Bane is 4 especially. That's where it gets really good. Ford is like 7. Bane is just ridiculous. Your 4 mana, you pick up a kill. I don't know if Velocity had to rotate. You get the kill just off of these 3, but I guess you saw the Nyx Assassin coming, so it's pretty good. They drop a ward, but again, it's not enough. That doesn't do anything either right there. I mean, I guess you can spot out rotations in Bounty Hunter going mid. I was going to put an orb out. Oh, nope, going to get it in time. Sitting at not gold. Meanwhile, 26 last hits. Nice. Over 5 a minute. There you go, man. There you go. Definitely an improvement. Got the early Ring of Basilius. I think you should get the boots against an Elder Titan. This Elder Titan, if he was playing better and had better just raw regen, he would have beat the shit out of Medusa in a 1v1. The early points in Mana Shield are pretty cool because you can use it against the rotations. Yeah, that's fine. I'm dumb and I always go like Mystic Stake stats when I play Medusa. Even though Mana Shield, if you level it up quickly, will give you more regen or more effective health. I just like the last hitting power and the harassing of the bonus steps. This is probably the better build to go though. Maybe not take your ult at 6 since you know the supports are so under leveled. If you open up this tab, you guys should. If you don't do this, you should do this all the time, especially your supports. Checking this tab is incredibly important. Like, let's say the Crystal Maiden's off the map, and you're like, "Fuck, is she roaming or is she jungling?" Hit the button. If she was level like 2 when she left, and you check and she's level 3, you know she's jungling. You know. And also, it's just good to know what level everybody is. You know the Nyx Assassin's not 6, he's only 3. You know the Crystal Maiden's only 3. And you know your supports are vastly over-leveling them, so they probably can't roam. Or if they do, you guys... Oh, your wards went down. You need to be rewarding immediately when they go down. Who was that? That's your Nagasawa reporting for the tier 2. Sitting at level 4 as boots. Gonna look to gank up the Life's Life Stealer and no points in Feast. That makes not sense. Okay.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, so he does no damage. That's cute. Gonna TP out. Oh, no Shuriken. Gotta take Shuriken, man. Shuriken's better than this shit. Especially since you're not against a good Life Stealer, like one who takes Feast. You're not really gonna be able to man fight him. I just think maxing Shuriken is almost always a better option than leveling up these two. Like, at level 7, if you have max Shuriken, you do so much damage. And you don't have to run into people as much. Like, running into a Crystal Maiden, you probably aren't going to kill her. Running into Yellow Titan, he kills you. Running into Nyx Assassin, he just hits Spike Carapace when he has it. I think it could be going into Velocity. Mana Burn being used, no stun. Misses it entirely because it waits too long. And their Crystal Maiden, for some reason, didn't come on that gank, and they're still not smoking. Bounty Hunter roaming, still no points in Shuriken. That kind of sucks. Level 6 at 8 minutes, not bad, but he's been level 6 for a while. What's his KD? He's been in 1 kill. But again, you've managed to shut down the support so much, that's not bad. You got level 5 up. I would look to try to get level 6 up on your Nagasawa as quickly as possible. So one thing that can go wrong is, I guess, if they repeatedly kill off... nice. Kill off your Medusa. No boots, right? No boots. He did go back for a better build. This is probably the way to build him in offlane. I still don't take Echo Stomp in the offlane. I just fuck that ability. I'd rather have these two. Harass supports out of lane more.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's a successful exchange. If I'm exchanging 2 supports and a carries regen for my own, I'll fucking take that. Gonna get a net up onto the Nexus, and help us by carries too early. I'm being invited to play some Dota. Come in. Oh, actually, that's pretty fucking good damage. But if you had the shuriken, Stomp's not gonna come early enough. There's the ultimate drop over top. Crystal Maiden needs to be dropping the slow from over here. Ghost's gonna get dusted out. Nice, picked up the dust. Ghost should be dropping here. Gonna go invisible. Gets one more flow from Gunther. Good rotation by him. Cleaning up a kill. Eo is now caught out, but Velocity comes in as well. Insomnia. Pulling down, drops a Dream Coil. But now he's gonna work through. Lands it on everybody. Nice play by him. They're gonna clean up one. Nice sub by Yo-Yo. Gunther though comes in. He's gonna beat the shit out of yep. Good kill.
Be nice.
Get an ultra kill. Puck gets the kill. So I like that you guys are trying to put on pressure with a bounty hunter, but diving at tier 3 or tier 2 too much. Against the Puck, you don't want to do that shit, guys. And the Puck didn't even TP in, like he actually meandered in. But Puck Dream Coil guy, really good against that. Really good. Their lineup is very good at exploiting you guys when you're out of position, and you don't have any reason to be out of position. You're stopping them from farming. Like they still have all their tier 1s, so you know that the lanes are going to be in front of their tier 1s, and so their supports can't even get to like these jump creeps or really the lane. So if your bounty hunter is pressuring like this Elder Titan, if you're doing some like wraparound ganks like you did mid on the Elder Titan, you can take this tower. I would be focusing on getting that tower down, killing this Elder Titan a few more times. Puck, you can maybe pressure with the same kind of ganks wraparound. Get level 6 up on your Bane before you try to gank him again, maybe. You put up enough pressure to keep their supports down, so much so early game that just by having the bounty hunter that they couldn't rotate mid game or throughout the rest of the early game. They're just gonna kind of meander in, get a track, and peace out. Sun's gonna be thrown. He has no mana. Has a spike still. Again, no feast on the lifesteal. This is awful. So yes, bounty hunter pick happened. They didn't have the detection to stop it. Bounty hunter got level 4 while the supports like level 1. Your supports got to kill mid. So mid was 1, they got a lot of experience, they were over leveled. So that means the enemy supports probably won't be roaming, and you had better warding, so you can probably know when they're roaming. You can either pressure the shit out of them to keep them down, or greedily try to get more experience. Since you know they can't pressure you guys, and if they do, you just TP into like a tower and save your carries who are being pressured by weaker supports. Your 2 supports, the Bane and the Naga, scale better with levels than a combination of Crystal Maiden and Nyx. Nyx with 6 is scary, but against a Naga sleep, who cares? Once Naga has 6 and Bane has 6, you can do things like kill Puck without any issue. You can do things like ensure that a Nyx Assassin gang fails, because you can sleep or just have wards and catch them out with nets and like nightmares and stuff. And you can continue to pressure this Lifestealer, who, with just an armlet, is still easily killed by things like net, Bane ult, and like Brains. So it's good that you guys pressured a lot, but I think just greedily getting more levels on your supports would have done you guys better. Keep them off the map though, so the enemy supports are scared. But like diving here for a kill, I know that you're trying to get track kills with your bounty hunter, which is good, but I don't think it's necessary. Sentry down, Gunther's gonna drop a stomp, gonna land on the 3. Oh, but Ice Nova canceling it. And there your Bane pops is level 6, uses it immediately, kills off the Elder Titan. Puck walks in, gonna jump as well. Elder Titan not getting off his ult. She's just kind of thrown off, and here comes Lifestealer comes to me. He doesn't do any damage because he has no points in Feast, which is abysmally bad. Now the Enfeeble being thrown on him, and again, see? Good levels on your Bane means a very, very, very useless Lifestealer. So their mid-game rests entirely on the back of Elder Titan and Puck being useful. And those 2 heroes are very scary, but since they need a lot of levels, you can generally... You'll know when they're missing. It's clearly they're not in lane, and it's trackable. That's when your supports can run, you know? Mech up on your Razor. Nice. Good. Razor. Mech. Good. Good, 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 good. 100%
Middle
good.
tower is under
Please eat your
attack.
supports to go better items, like Naga has mana boots all the way. You can go into like an urn. Do you have an urn on your other one? Yeah, you can get an urn on your Naga. You can get her really tanky so she can be more frontline-y. She can absorb more damage before she pops Song. You can get things like Force Staff, even Blink Dagger on your Bane. Maybe Ghost Scepters up to try to counter off the right click smear from Lifestealer, although there's a lot of magic damage. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Pretty good early game. I'll give you guys that. This is probably the best early game I've seen you guys have. Mind you, all the things I'm saying are all in hindsight. If I were you guys, I probably would have gone over aggressive with my supports as well, and I probably would have done the same thing, trying to get a kill with Bounty Hunter here and fed a bunch of kills. Would have done the exact same thing. Because I'm not that good of a player, and I don't have a team. Well, I'm not that good of a team player. You know, I'm not that good at directing a team because I don't have a team. I don't know their tendencies. So again, if we look at the gold graphs, let's look at that. Your gold earned is going to be dipping in your favor. You had about a 1,700 gold advantage, which is good. That's all on your farmers, though. You won your laning phase, honestly, when Bounty Hunter got 4 for free. And you killed that Puck. Game was right about here. Yeah, first blood on Puck. So right here, their supports fucked up. You saw that the supports roamed in and didn't get a kill again, so even more so you're so far ahead. You can just check again right here. So if you farmed also your supports as well as your carries, and your supports had TPs to like port in and defend your carries if they get caught out, I think you're winning. CM is a very good jungler as a support, so it's generally not that good of an idea to trade farm with her just because she gets it faster. Or you might think it might not be a good idea to trade farm with her since she gets it faster, but your supports, a Bane and a Naga, scale better with farm. You need 6 on Naga and Bane way more importantly than 6 on a Crystal Maiden, you know? But either way, we're now in the mid game. Let's look at what you guys have. Quick inventory of what is going on. Bane is 7, pretty much at peak effectiveness for support. Your Naga's up at 7, also good. No points up in Mirror Image, but that's okay. Maybe an early point Mirror Image would be better because you can use it to scout out. Which is a good thing. You have your wards up, you're counter warding, you have some sentry wards down for your Nyx Assassin, you're prepared for that. Good. You've managed to take this tower mid. It was denied, that sucks, but that buys you some map control. Good against the Nyx Assassin.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You're de-warding. Good. Preparing for possibly a Roche, but I don't think your lamp's very good against Roche unless he goes, no, he's going for an Orchids. If Bounty Hunter gets a Vlad's, you can then Roche. But without that, or if you get a Vlad's and a Medallion of Courage, probably unlike the Naka, then you can take an early Roche. I don't think your lineup really is bad at just pure right-click damage. They're very good at like team fight, weird, manipulative damage increases, like with Static Link and off of the back of Stone Gaze. Also, awesome combination, Razor and Medusa. Weird laning, like weird laners, but if someone gets Stone Gazed and you sap out their damage and they turn to Stone, your Razor like one-shots them, it's awesome. So cool combination there, I like that. Where's your Bounty Hunter? What's he doing? Again, Bounty Hunter's going Orchids. Not a bad pickup. Not a bad idea against heroes that are so reliant on their spells. Winter's gonna get caught out. Sound's gonna land on a couple, but misses Yo-Yo. Winter's gonna drop. He manages to get the ult off. No, he's going for a stomp over the ult. Just throw your ult out. Oh no, your Bane Elemental actually saves him long enough to get the ult off. Razor though has sapped so much damage, gets a triple kill immediately, fighting into that. It's a Vanity on Samnia, still fighting, and yep, that's an ultra kill on your Razor. They should have just run the fuck away the moment that fight happened and left their Elder Titan. It's fighting into all these ultimates and into a Bounty Hunter. Bad fucking idea. Because Bounty Hunter just got a bunch of tracks off. And look at the gold graph. Ridiculous. Race car, Razor. But you're not a race car. Now you're a race car. Yeah. Okay. So, I like Orchids on Bounty Hunter against their lineup, but I don't think you need it now necessarily. It's not a bad thing to rush because it lets them be able to solo kill people. But maybe you go Vlad's first to get an even bigger advantage. TPing 2 in, gonna try to save your carry. He finally has a point up in the feast, but he's gonna die. Does not TP out, waste his mana on open wounds. Could have just rage TP. Misplay by him. Get a kill out of it. Good rotation. The double rotation is good as well because you get the track up. He almost has Orchids, but again, Orchids on Bounty Hunter is good. But I think you actually go Shuriken Toss and not this build still with that. I don't know about maxing out Shadow Walk. I think if you max out Janata, I think you still should max out Shuriken next. It's, you just need the damage song coming out. They should TP away, but no TP on either your Bounty Hunter or your Medusa. You should just be able to walk away. Medusa has her ulti as well. Maybe you have to use 2. Yep, gonna have to use 2. That sucks. No TP is not being prepared. Stoneform procs on 2. He's actually turned around. That's bullshit. But good. They rotate a bunch of people. You kill off their Nakes. They rotate their entire team out, actually. You have to use 2 ultimates with pretty long cooldowns. But it's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Next assassin comes in. No Vendetta. Sitting at level 7? 8. 8. Pretty good catch up by him, actually. It's not bad. So 8 to 9, and then 7 to... Or 7 to 9, and 8 to... 8. They actually did a good job of catching up. It's not bad. Look at the XP chart, we can see it's actually going to be pretty even. 5k in your advantage after that big fight. But again, I think you guys won the lane so early, but then didn't capitalize on it by expounding on your lead, which is lame. I don't like doing that. I'd rather like get an advantage than fight them a lot and kill them repeatedly with that advantage. But a good way to improve your advantage is literally just to know that they can't necessarily fight into you without risking losing a lot. So they're just going to kind of be scared in jungle. So yes, pressure them is good if your lineup can pressure towers specifically, because that forces them to fight you. But if you can't necessarily kill towers like this, your lineup is atrocious at killing towers. Awful at killing towers. Just go farm. Go farm your supports. Get more levels so that your pickups come more effectively. Your Bane Elemental gets picked up by a combination of... Puck? Just Puck. Lifestealer chooses to not be useful this game, sitting at 0, 3, and 2, never actually teaming up with the Puck to get kills. Goes gonna jump Puck, drops the track. Throw out the level 1. He's not all the way. Almost as his Orchids, but yes, with Vlad's, I think it helps expound your lead more than an Orchids. Orchids, in the same way that your play shows, you want to expound your lead by killing them repeatedly, which is cool. I 100% agree. Fucking awesome. Murdering people is great. Now, do you have double wards? They have 2 wards in the same place. Interesting. But Vlad's would allow you to expound your lead by taking Roshan. Which one's better? I'd probably say Roshan, honestly. Roshan lets you take towers. Because again, since your team's so bad at taking towers and they can initiate into you, if you're trying to take this tower and you have your Medusa clicking it and everyone's standing behind her, they have to initiate into the Medusa. And since she has 2 lives and is a Medusa, you can then counter-initiate with things like Song if need be. If they're in a bad position, like pumped up, you can Song, although you don't really have any AoE to take advantage of it. You can Song, chain that into, I guess, a Medusa ult, or you can use Bane Elemental. The Naga is good. I like Naga a lot, but actually with the way your lineup turned out, I don't know if you need it. The ultimate is good as a get out of jail free card, but you don't really have anything else to synergize with it. No, you have a Razor. It's okay. I don't mind it, actually. It's okay. So there's really only one main source of damage coming out. We're gonna have a big fight here, but I'll see you guys. Medusa in the meanwhile is gonna Puck mid, somehow soloing him. Plus he's gonna die to one last Drew coming out from the Ancestral Spirit, coming out from the Elder Titan. Mech up on the Elder Titan again. You're against an opponent who's building good items. I like it. For some Aiden going the Bracer Gaming build. Good. Next Assassin has a bunch of wards. The Lifestealer is the issue in their lineup. The Lifestealer has been playing really poorly. Let's just F5, look at some items. Blink Dagger is up on Puck. Kind of late, but, you know, going for a Dagon, not what he needs. He's to try to get a Hex as fast as possible, probably. He should look to be using Lifestealer to, you know, Lifestealer bomb people. Got the Mech and drums up in the Elder Titan going Oromancer, 100% agree with that. They can take Roshan actually off the back of that. It's very slow. Again, you want Vlad's and Medallion of Courage, or really just Medallion of Courage and a tanky hero. But both kind of allows it. You have your melee hero stand in the front and sap life. And then you have Medallion to make it actually doable. And your team, you have your Lincolns up. What else does he have besides Lincolns? He should have a lot of gold. Lincolns and a full Yasha. Not bad. That's not bad. for 24 minutes. It's actually pretty good. I'll take it. Treads, Lincolns, Yasha. That's good. That's good. That's good. Good job, guys. Your Razor going, again, almost the same build as the Elder Titan. I agree with that. Has drums, has phasies. Has the mech. It's going to go back for maybe a Sanj and Yasha even. It's not bad. Bounty Hunter going for, like we said before, the Orchid's cool. But your Bane Elemental and your Nagasan, as we see, are actually kind of falling behind in where they could be in gold. For having such a good lead, they actually don't have any items. Song being used, setting up a big team fight. We caught off the Puck and the other time. Who you can look to initiate on? Maybe the Puck. Puck's gonna phase out. Net up on that gun terror velocity that goes onto the Crystal Maiden. That's not who you want to step damage from. Gonna be stepping damage from this guy. Pop the Medusa. Oh, Medusa though is man-running everyone down, but caught out of position. That's something you want to be, but no lockdown left for the raiding team. Spoiler's gonna land onto a couple. Sound's gonna land on a couple as well. As fight. Can't really tell who's in favor. Puck comes in. Velocity gets cleaned up by the Puck hit or by our Razor. Ridiculous damage coming out from him. Medusa cleans up the other time, who kills off the Bane as well. Also killing off the Lifestealer. I'm not toggling well enough. It's a successful fight. Very successful fight. Barely in favor of the Radiant Dire team. You guys, good fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think you want to get the Razor on top of the Lifestealer, or near him, honestly, and then you net him up, and then he gets all this damage sap as your Razor's killing other people. It's generally the way you want to do that. And try to burst down the Elder Titan, honestly. The Elder Titan and the Puck are your main issues. If you can kill, well, you can't. I would probably grip the Puck. I think the Puck is the issue. Puck is the setup for your Elder Titan. So I think you grip the Puck, you steal damage from the Lifestealer, and net him, maybe. And you try to kill the Puck as quickly as possible with your burst damage. And you should be able to do that. Kill the Puck, steal the damage from Lifestealer, and then the fight's won. Lifestealer does no damage. Elder Titan can throw out all the spells, and it does a lot, but it doesn't do that much. And your lineup just shits all over them after that point. But good use of Song trying to initiate it. I think that's what you should be trying to, or you should be initiating after that. I have a Necrobook being attempted by your Bane Elemental. Cool. Sure. I hate Necrobooks. I think they were overbuffed. But it's because I hate it because it's way too good. So, sure. Showing off the Orcas, catching out the Puck, but is he going to be able to get away? We're going to have a stun. It's going to miss. No grip. Coming out from our Crystal Maiden. Assassin using his Vendetta. Trying to hunt down our Bounty Hunter, but Bounty Hunter's going to piece out. He's going to use it onto a creep. Any gems picked up by either team? No gems. Manta Style being finished by Medusa. Suddenly, all of the gold. Going to continue to farm up these ancient stacks. Good use of the map. You're sitting ridiculously far ahead of anybody else in farm because you are flash farming like a G. And a Bane Elemental uses the grip onto the Nyx Assassin and gets a kill. Got an interesting lineups against each other with the Bane against the Nyx Assassin. They're kind of the same hero. Kind of. Like, Nyx Assassin pisses off casters because you mana burn them. They're like, fuck my mana. But Bane pisses off right clickers because you enfeeble them. They're like, fuck my right click. They both have ultimates that kind of allow you to walk in and like, lock someone down really hard, or just do a lot of damage to them and stun. Brain Set makes you more tanky than you seem as the Spike Carapace. They're interesting heroes. They're kind of similar, but they're very distinctly better at against different heroes, you know. But interesting. Yep, Roshan being cleaned up by you guys. Putting it on the Razor. Interesting. I would put it on the Medusa. Razor's not very good. If he steals a bunch of damage and then dies, doesn't really do anything. As most fights initiate, Razor latches and then chops ult, and if he dies then, he doesn't have either of those, and he's really a ranged creep at that point. I would probably put it on the Medusa, because I think if a fight goes on, and if they have to spend all their spells to kill the rest of your team, and then somehow Medusa dies and comes back, I think she just kills everybody else, because they should all be low. I don't know, if you put on the Medusa, you can put the Medusa here when you're pushing and everyone else behind her, like I said before, and they cannot deal with it. Like I said before, where I like the Vlad's early, it lets you push harder. Same thing applies. But you guys could be saying, they can't kill a Medusa once to begin with, so we're going to put it on our Razor. They'll be focusing the Razor over the Medusa. And if that's what you're thinking, sure. That's a very legitimate way of thinking, because this Medusa is very tanky. Lifesteal's going to walk forward, but doesn't do any damage because he's woefully behind in farm. Sitting at 2.7k gold and just not spending it. He needs to be buying items to fight now because he's losing all of his towers. Actually, Naga's sleep being used. You didn't need to do that, bro. You didn't need to do that. But oh well, better safe than sorry. You're level 11. Oh no, no, you misskilled. Oh no. So 3 minutes without song, the enemy team sees that and goes, holy shit, we should fight immediately. And they do so, and they kill the Bane immediately. Lost is gonna pop his BKB. So a lot of damage, but can't fight. She's trying to just click people. And just gonna meanwhile, things up from the back, combined with the bounty hunter. They actually blow up the puck as well. 5 back from the puck. Our splitter coming up from our Elo Chinese, gonna latch on 2 Armaduce. Medusa actually taking some pretty substantial damage. Our Razor not fighting when he had the Aegis. Turns around now, still has a lot of damage, but it's already dissipated now. Bounty hunter comes in, makes assassin in the back line. Puck comes in, gonna get killed. No, no! No phase shift coming up from the end. And tethered up. Yeah, beyond godlike on Medusa, because Medusa is awesome, guys. I love Medusa. I love Medusa. I don't think she's that good of a hero. I just kind of love that hero a lot. Game? See, I think from now, Medusa's unkillable. She almost has her butterfly. Once she gets that, she is actually unkillable. She's gonna walk up here by herself. Click on the base. Sorreh goes back, has his Yasha. Went for a BKB. Cool. Good choice. Good. Good against almost everything. He can't get locked down then. So,
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
yeah, pretty much cut and paste exactly how you should play all of these heroes on how you should build them. Honestly, this is pretty much optimal. You go this shit, just come at me, bro. Razor items where he runs at people and distracts things like the Lifestealer and forces them to focus on the deal with the Razor. Because if the enemy team doesn't deal with the Razor, he steals all the damage from the Lifestealer, and their main source of damage is gone. While Medusa just stands there and is like, sup guys, you can't deal with me first, because you have to deal with like the Razor, or at least just make him not sap damage. If there's a bad static link, then they can just kill the Medusa. But either way, she stands there and just AoEs, you know, like right, stands in the front line, pops the ulti actually. I don't think you need to right then, but nope, actually he's gonna latch on the Lifestealer. Yep, Lifestealer gets gripped up and he dies. So our Splitter's gonna land, blows up the Nagas on there, clean up 2. Medusa might be out of position. Where's the bounty hunter? Bounty hunter comes in. She's gonna die. She don't die. I managed to clean up the tower, but Velocity comes in from the back. Looks like kicking down our Crystal Maiden, who sold a bracer. It can be used clicking down our next assassin. The bounty hunter dropping as well, overextending. You want your Razor there. If Razor isn't there, they can just focus down the rest of your team, which is what happened. And they actually did it without the Lifestealer, which is really funny. Lifestealer has a very bad item build. Phase boots, bro. Phase boots drums.
Triple kill.
But Velocity comes in and turns it around into a triple kill like a boss. Does he pop the Aegis? Yep, he did. So trading in Aegis for three kills, turning the fight around. Nice play by him, but overextending a little bit by you guys. You just there's no reason to push then. Just wait for your Razor to come back. You have an urn.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's so good. Get an urn on Naga. It's really nice. Makes her tankier. Gives you some regen. And it gives you an urn. It's like while you're songing, you can actually be earning your team up. It's very synergistic. But either way, this game should progress as I predict, and everyone should die now. Gonna walk down mid and fucking kill everybody. Maybe you guys wait for next Sorreh. It's gonna be up actually in like 3 minutes. I hit Omfka. Hunter dies. I didn't hit. He gets slashed up. Fuels. Self-fuels? Song. Butterfly. Netted up again. Caught out. And if they TP out, no earn. No earn. Just TP out. Catch the life stealer, that's really the nail on the coffin. Life stealer at 1 and 8 and 2. Incredibly useless this game. You guys did draft a lamp that destroys him, but he didn't make himself useful. He didn't try to get aggressive with the clock. He reduces, just gonna man up and kill everybody. And then you're gonna take racks. Yep, good Medusa play. Good understanding of the heroes being a massive counter throw. Nice that comes back, gets stopped up by the Razor. Razor blows up everyone, that's GG. I am the sacrificial lamb because you don't have a BKB, bro.
Dire structures are fortified.
Shouldn't be at 6 and 8 your bounty hunter. If you just got a BKB, you would not. But that's fine. I mean, if they have to drop everything on the bounty hunter, I guess him dying over the Razor and the Medusa is better, but neither could, or none of them could die. That'd be even better. Either way, GG. Being thrown out by Bad Kid 666, who played very badly. Making a ring for some maiden. I hate your draft so much, but it's really good. It was pretty good. I like it. Puck is awful against Razor? No, Puck is fine against Razor. I don't know. I would have killed the Razor a lot more with the Crystal Maiden, but they didn't. I don't think Puck is bad against Razor at all. Weird. Either way, guys, I am now finding a match, so I'm going to get out of here. Upload this in a second. Second game was a lot better. I liked it. It was kind of all into the anti-nakes, and if the enemies just exploited the map more, I think with their roaming at level 1, or level 2, or level 3, would have gone better for them. But they didn't, and you guys won, so nice. So either way, I'm going to get out of here. Catch you guys later.